of the corner, and welcome back to yet another installment of your Chelsea latest news. We're going to start things from here. Many Chelsea players accept they have frozen under pressure and struggle to adapt to the expectation of being at one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League. Coming from Nizar Kinsella, look, once again, this is somewhat believable. I could name you straight away that maybe players like Nicholas Jackson, Madueke, Mudryk, Desasi, um, maybe you can even throw in Caicedo. Maybe you can probably even throw in Enzo Fernandez. We can talk about Enzo Fernandez. He's just completed his surgery. He's out for the season. But this is believable. This is believable. There could be potentially many players that could struggle and might have frozen under pressure. Now, the question is, this is what's going to happen when you have a plethora of young kids playing together. You do need to have a good balance in the team where you've got players who are experienced at the highest order. The amount of players that we have, they haven't played enough. Look, Cole Palmer is probably the only exception here. You could even also say Malo Gusto, because he's got experience in Lyon. He's played, I believe, Malo Gusto with Lyon might have played Europa League or Conference League, one or the other. But Cole Palmer, the reason why he's an exception, he's young. Why doesn't he buckle under pressure? Is because he was under Pep Guardiola. He was surrounded by a plethora of experienced players in that team, so he's more able to adapt to the situation, and he's coming to Chelsea Football Club nonchalantly, like there's absolutely no issues. So what are we going to do? This, as I said, is believable. So what are we going to do moving forward? Are we going to keep getting young players in the summer and only for them to feel this way again next season, or are we going to bring in some form of experience? And as I said, experience doesn't necessarily mean age. We need players that have played at the highest level. You can bring a 28, 29-year-old, but if they don't have experience at the highest level, they'll probably buckle as well. So what are we going to do in the summer? Because this issue, the only way this issue goes away is through experience. Now, you can say, hopefully, these players this season, all the pressure and all the struggles that they've met, and being under pressure to deliver for a club like Chelsea Football Club next season, hopefully they're better off it. It may not be the case. It may not be the case. It may take a long time until they actually grow into it. So what do? Do we get rid of those players, keep the ones that are capable and shows the mental, steel to carry on at Chelsea Football Club? Or do we bring in, experienced players to help these players out that we have right now? So let me know. Let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Me personally, I think we got to look at it in two ways. One, the players that we have identified that actually don't have the mental steel to stay at Chelsea Football Club, I think they need to be weeded out. I know they're all on long contracts, this, that, the other. Big mistake. They need to be weeded out. And we need to bring in some form of experience in terms of players who have played at the top, highest order for a considerable amount of time to help our current squad. So you got to look at both ways. Let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, about this situation. Next up, I'm not aware of Chelsea looking to change their recruitment model at all. So everything that I've just said in terms of experience coming in, Chelsea are not looking to change their recruitment model at all. But conversations will take place between the head coach, sporting directors, and the ownership to try to ensure the improvement they and the fans all expect materializes. So if we are, and this is coming from David Ornstein, so this is no BS source one bit. David Ornstein is literally saying he's not heard anything about the model changing. And the model, what is the model? What is the model at Chelsea Football Club? Youthful players. Players who are young, players who show some level of potential so they can develop into be a monster at our football club, and we can potentially flip them for quite a lot of money. That model is not going to change. So everything that we've spoke about, bringing in experience at Chelsea Football Club, well, looks like that may not be the case. We are looking to build their experience in-house. A whole squad full of these type of players. It's unheard of. It's just not going to happen. I don't know why our owners and our sporting directors, they think that this is actually possible to bring in 12, 13, 14, 15 players and developing them all at the same time. I don't know who's done this. Not even like your mid-table teams do this. They bring in quite a few, maybe 5, 6, and they develop, but they stay mid-table. You don't win anything with kids. And top clubs? No top clubs do this. A plethora of kids and grow them and at the same time compete. Our owners must be so deluded. They've been saying that they're looking for 100 point. They want to build that 100 points team. How are you going to build a 100 points team with kids? It's impossible. Do you see what I mean? Owners have this ambition and they're going about it the wrong way. It's just, honestly, it's a bit of a nutcase situation, man. Let me know your thoughts once again about us, our owners not changing their direction, their philosophy, their project for Chelsea Football Club. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, check this out from Fraser Fletcher. Exclusive. Understand Ruben Amorim would be interested in another conversation with Chelsea if they sack Pochettino. He has previously spoken with the board in their last manager search, and it was very positive. So last manager search was obviously when we sacked Graham Potter. Apparently, we had a very good conversation with Amorim, but ended up with Pochettino. Amorim, in recent times, we've seen he's gone to have an interview with West Ham, and apparently that's not going to happen. Liverpool's not going to happen either. I thought he was shooing for the Liverpool job. That's what it looked like, but Arne Slot is now the clear favourites for Liverpool. So Amorim is in the market. He's in the market. He's done very well at Sporting Lisbon, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't mind seeing Amorim, plays 3 at the back. Bring in Amorim, get Gyökeres. I think Gyökeres is, I've seen enough of him now to say, I think this guy's a top quality striker. But once again, the release clause for both Amorim and Gyökeres is going to be a bit of an issue. Gyökeres, the other 2 positives are ages fits the project and the salary is not going to be exorbitant either. So it fits the model, besides the fact that the release clause, I think it's close to about £80 million, which is going to be a bit of an issue. I think for Ruben Amorim, the release clause is nearly somewhere about 18 million or something like that pounds. I could be wrong, but I think it's in that vicinity. So that might be a bit of an issue as well. But I wouldn't mind Ruben Amorim one bit. Having said that, though, honestly speaking, hand on heart, I don't see Pochettino leaving. I think our owners are going to continue with Mauricio Pochettino. There's all these excuses out there that they understand the circumstances that Mauricio Pochettino has faced this season and they want to give him one more season. All right, no problems. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, official Enzo Fernandez has today undergone successful surgery on a groin issue and will now begin a period of rehabilitation, sidelining him for the remainder of Chelsea's 2023-24 season. This is coming straight from Chelsea. Look, Enzo Fernandez, recover, come back stronger, have a fantastic Copa America. I don't know why you continued playing on with your pain. It wasn't worth it. I know it shows great, mentality, great, personality from you, but I'd rather you'd had that surgery earlier on. Because what are we fighting for at Chelsea? Who are you fighting for? We're a pathetic team. It would have been admirable if you were carrying on, if we were fighting for something special. We're not fighting for anything. And you're damaging your body and your reputation because everyone thinks you're a rubbish player now. I know all along what we can get with Enzo Fernandez. I think very highly of him. But glad he's had the surgery. Hopefully he recovers well. Let's see what happens. As I've said, if Pochettino is the manager next season, don't expect Enzo Fernandez to all of a sudden turn into a next Conor Gallagher. It's not going to happen. It's a mismatch. And we do need to think about this very, very deeply. Now, On other news, Cole Palmer was back in training today. Fantastic news. Need Cole Palmer against Aston Villa. If we have any chance of doing anything away from home, Aston Villa is actually going for top 4. So are we going to fight for something? Are we going to fight for some European spots? Europa League? Apparently we don't want Conference League, but I don't believe we can even get Conference League. Forget about Europa League. I don't even think we can get Conference League. But we do need this particular player back. For us to have any hope to do any sort of damage at Villa Park, Cole Palmer needs to be back. So good to see Cole Palmer. And you know, our manager has indicated that Cole Palmer is the tactic at Chelsea Football Club. We are Cole Palmer FC. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Levi Colwill and Reece James. They're back as well, looks like, in some sort of team training. I don't know how close they are in contention to perhaps feature for Chelsea. I don't want to risk Reece James. If Reece James doesn't need to come back, just continue on recovering, and then we'll see you in preseason. But if we can get Levi Colwill back, that would be nice. But once again, you know, I don't want to risk anything in terms of long-term injuries. So if Levi Colwill is not completely fit, forget about it. There's only a handful of games left in the season, and we concentrate next season. But yeah, look, there's been some important players that has been missed this season, of course, in the likes of Reece James, Levi Colwill for the past few games as well. But I don't want to see Levi Colwill as a left back. If he comes back, I need to see him as a centre back. But this is very good news, ladies and gentlemen. Levi Colwill, Reece James coming back, and let's see what the preseason, you know, brings for us when all of these players are fit. Apparently, next season we're expecting every single one of these players to be fit and no injuries at all, and that potentially could be the turning point for Mauricio Pochettino, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, ladies and gentlemen, in the latest Chelsea news. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys for a live stream tomorrow. Until then, everyone, take care. See ya.